What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kay, back with your girl D, and we are here for another video where we are reading crazy Reddit stories. But before we get into all of that, thank you for tuning in. We're so happy to have you here. If you're returning, welcome back. And for all of our new friends here on YouTube, we're so happy to have you here. And yeah, I guess before we get into all the craziness, because I have also been looking for a few stories that you don't know that I have yet.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. But before we dive in, how are you doing, D?
I'm good. I'm actually kind of excited to do this. I feel like we haven't done a sit-down video in a really long time. We've been doing vlogs, we've been on the go, and these last 2 weeks, y'all, we've been at home chilling. I mean, we've watched like 8 shows, like 8 episodes each, an hour long. Like, we've been catching up together, and you've been saying this, feels like we've just caught up on summer. Like these last 2 weeks literally was summer for us. So yeah, I feel well rested and just happy to be on here with y'all and with UK. So, and y'all like my little mic. I wanted to feel like a podcast today, so I didn't want to wear it. So yeah, this is why this is here. So
smart.
Anyways, how are you feeling, Kay?
I'm doing good. We're currently experiencing a heat wave in Toronto, and it is hot.
I'm loving it.
Oh, I'm sweating I don't even want to show you all my palms. I am just sweating. But honestly, just grateful that we experienced a little bit of heat because the snow is around the corner.
Yeah.
But as Dee touched on, it's just been a crazy summer. And this last week was the first time we actually got to spend time with each other because we've just been missing each other for 2 months. So
but then back on the plane next weekend, and then yeah, this is the last weekend we have together. So
yeah, and then my stuff picks up next week. So it's just like we're lucky that you know our little vacay time off weeks just kind of aligned. So we've just been hanging out, and yeah, it's been nice.
Back to it. But yeah, man. So I found the first story, and you said that you have another one.
I have another one.
But we'll see if we even get to that. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. But I'm excited to hear what your story is about because I know mine's a little juicy. I'm excited for it. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. I love the Reddit story podcast.
Yeah, she knows how
it's so done. Yeah, it's just the Reddit stories are so raw and they're so entertaining. I can't get enough.
Yeah, I'm more of I love watching vlogs and like seeing how other vloggers aesthetically edit their videos, where she just listens to all these like, bro, I'm like, how do you even have the capacity to listen
it's not all drama. I also listen to other podcasts too.
She does.
But I love the Reddit ones specifically.
Oh my god.
Guilty pleasure. All right, let's get into it. So first story goes, I, 34 male, found a notebook my wife, 30 female, has written a whole novel detailing made-up scenarios in which he gets revenge on female friends of mine. He mentions that the female friends are of varying ages, but they're all his friends. It's his friends, not her friends.
This is why it's hard to enter relationships, even like prior to the relationship. If you have girlfriends or boyfriends, it's sometimes usually a problem in relationships.
Yeah, because you're not just dating that person, it's their community too.
But like just insecurities, like even if the girl is awesome but she's just a beautiful girl, or like they're best friends because they have a close bond, like, you know, there's a whole list of things that will make people feel insecure about friendships.
Always variables, but I'm so curious to see, like, first of all, he said a novel detailing made up scenarios. So but they're from a place of revenge. So what did they do to her? Okay, let's just find out. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I started looking through some boxes and I found this notebook buried under a bunch of old sweaters. I have never seen it before, and it was really odd to find it here because, like I said, she keeps her notebooks in her study. I was curious, so I started reading. The novel starts out with her finding a wishing stone, which grants her any one wish.
Well, before you go on, do you Do you think that he's invading her privacy?
Well, he didn't know what it was. It wasn't like he went snooping through her study where she usually keeps her notebooks and like was like, ooh, let me see what she's writing. Because this is not a typical place where she keeps notebooks. He just stumbled across it.
But then as he opens it, I'm assuming that he then realizes that it's his partner's diary or whatever. So
well, it's framed as a novel. So maybe he thinks, aw, she's writing a short story.
Wishing stone, kind of voodoo.
Period. It's giving Aladdin, but like way darker, you know?
Yeah.
Like 3 wishes.
Oh my gosh. All right, comments.
Okay.
Let's see.
She makes a very specific and detailed wish to become High Queen of the entire world, with everyone reporting to her, while still allowing every nation to have their governments and rulers. But she can tweak their laws as she wishes. This is extremely well thought out.
Yeah.
She's given this some thought.
This
is very serious context.
Yeah. The
My
ruler
bad.
of the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
while having...
Keep your legislator, but
yeah.
If I want to change it,
I'm the
who's
prime
even
minister.
Thinking of that? Does she have a plan for like how they're gonna spend their national resources too, and how she can like this is very okay.
If I found a novel that you wrote and like the beginning of the novel was you being the ruler of the world, and
would you think I was an evil genius?
What? I would be really scared.
No, for real. This is like very specific. Okay. She ends up living in a grand palace and meets with delegates from every country to discuss the world events and to yay or nay certain rules or policies being enacted. I was enjoying the story thus far. Okay, so this is innocent.
Yeah.
Whoa, so is she passionate about politics? Then she meets with the head of her Black Squad.
Oh.
A squad of trained assassins and kidnappers.
This sounds like real life shit though. Like this sounds like this is what they're actually doing right now.
She commands her Black Squad to kidnap women who have been in my life romantically and platonically. She kills off my exes after pages of psychological and physical tortures. She ruins the careers of platonic friends and makes their families shun them. They unalive themselves. That's the correct way to put it. The only people she doesn't target are ones she deems have been respectful of our relationship, which according to her in this book means dressing appropriately around me.
Wow.
Liking Facebook pictures / statuses that have both of us in it instead of just me, and keeping discussions of their personal lives to me to a minimum.
Okay. First off, like, not the family suffering as well.
She wants the families to shun them.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
She didn't inflict anything on the families. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I guess that's a little better.
Yeah. And like physical and mental abuse. Like this is like insane.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. Like I mean, like people that he has been with in his, before you, prior to you, has nothing to do with you. And like, even if they, God forbid, don't tag you in a post, you want them to suffer. Girl, you need some help.
She's tripping.
This is crazy.
Wow. So, I mean, we don't have any updates. This was posted 7 years ago. Gosh. I hope that everything is okay.
Yeah.
But here are here's the top comment that got a lot of upvotes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, before you read the comment, question to you, like, what if you found a novel and this is, same context, this is what I wrote and how I feel about your exes, like, what would you do? And like I'm the same person, the love is the same.
And you were that detailed?
That detailed. What would you do? Would you leave me?
we gonna have to have a talk, and you're gonna have to explain every single page.
Okay, and I explain it. Would you stay or would you leave?
Honestly, like, I gotta reevaluate like what's going on and like what that looks like, because at this point it's like, okay, the fact that you're even like daydreaming about this in such detail is alarming. Then you had the nerve to write it down in detail like a novel.
Yeah.
So you're obviously playing it out in your head.
Yeah.
Who's to say that that's just not a manifesto for what you would later play out in real time?
Mm-hmm.
You already planned it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
That's like, I don't know.
I think if I found a novel and you wrote that, I think we would have to go to therapy. I think that's the only way I'm staying, because like I have to, like you said, I have to figure out what's going on in your head, and like you are basing this and these emotions off of, you know, exes, friends. What if like you have a falling out with a family member or like my mother? Like, are you gonna want to kill people that you just don't like in my life?
This is it, because the acts are so violent that, you know, she's described in detail. Like, this is a huge red flag. Y'all, this is really alarming. This is really, really alarming. Like, it's giving, I can't even say that. It's just bad. So, top comment: fantasy has a lesser emotional impact than reality. Your wife realizes that there isn't a healthy way to act on these feelings in the world, but still needs to act on her emotions. This is where fantasy is helpful. The problem is imagining things has a lesser emotional impact. How do you get the impact you want? You ramp the fantasy up to 11. Your wife isn't killing your friends so much that she's trying to kill the sources of her jealousy. Fantasy Ellen isn't real Ellen. Fantasy Ellen is the perceived threat that triggers your wife's jealousy. I think you're still just trying to justify
her actions.
Yeah, like the thing is though, it's like for me, if your wife is feeling that deeply like insecure about this, like why haven't y'all talked about it to the point where it's like manifested itself into like this deep seated, like it seems like hate.
I mean,
you know?
He doesn't know, right? She's hiding it from him.
Yeah, but for me, I guess. But it's just like for her, like I'm calling to homegirl, like, yo, like talk to your man. It's like these are all his people, you know?
Yeah. Well, that comment again is an excuse.
Yeah.
You know, the mind is very powerful and she's manifesting like you said, and who knows what she can do in the future.
It sounds like a game plan to me. So I would be very careful, and I think, you know, seeking professional help in that case is best, because at this point you don't know what's really gonna end up being fact or fiction here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Hope y'all can hear me. I'm trying to really speak in the mic.
Okay, here we go. So the second title here is, Am I the asshole for bringing my sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently always forgets it?
We've all dealt with a person that's, man, like, I forgot my wallet. I forgot. You've dealt with it, I'm sure. I've dealt with it too. Well, guess what? You can put your wallet on your phone now.
Period. Yeah, D helped me do that, so I'm like living in the future now. The story begins with my female 28 sister-in-law, Amy, who is female 26, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or domes up some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. And in brackets, no, not my husband should pay, but me specifically.
Who are you?
I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has.
Duh.
She had made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole, and I'll admit I got this move straight from the episode of 2.5 Men. Have you ever watched that show?
No.
I think me and your mom talked about, we both like that show.
Yeah. You two have brought it to my attention, for sure.
As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase.
You go, girl.
I put it in my purse. Right? I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. Here we go. She said, no, we need one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached in my purse.
Yeah, totally.
I reached in my purse and said, this
you
wallet? She was extremely furious. She said I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So, am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant?
I mean, like, you've been covering her bill for God knows how long, you know? And the one time that you bring her wallet to the restaurant, she tries to, like, you know, reverse psychology, make you feel like, you know, just gaslighting you, making you feel like you're the problem. But, like, broke ass, like... Like, you want to go to this expensive restaurant, make sure you have the funds, you know what I'm saying? So, no, you're not the asshole. I would have done the same thing. And I'm happy she said separate bills.
My feelings are similar, honestly. Like, stop playing in my face. But also, like, where's your husband in this? Because ultimately, like, this is his sister. And the fact that she is so forward to assume that it's your responsibility because you make money, like, she's not entitled to that. And you and your husband are a unit, so your money is his money, you know, and it's like not fair that she expects that. Your husband should be a little more vocal, in my opinion, because that's his people. My opinion is, if we're a unit and there's something concerning my family, it's my job to go and, like, be the one to speak to them. You know, I wouldn't ask you to speak to them, or I would speak on your behalf or our behalf. If something with your family, you go deal with that, because that's your home base, and, like, I'll take care of my home base, right? But we're aligned, right? So it's just like, I don't know, where's the husband at? But I don't think she's an asshole at all.
She sounds like she's like, she wears the pants, you know, she makes the money, you know.
Yeah, we don't know much about the husband.
Yeah. But, like, if the wife or if the sister is insinuating that, like, oh, you make good money, this and that, it seems like she is the breadwinner of the house. Don't want to make that assumption, but
I don't know. I just feel like it's none of her business. Like, the fact that they're hosting you, yeah, I get it. It's family, but, like, there's no entitlement. They're already hosting you to stay, you know, and just be cool, have gratitude, you know, and, like, just contribute a little.
Yeah, if you're on a budget, you know, go and get some hot dogs, some eggs, you know what I'm saying? Chef up a little bit. You don't have
some spam.
Yeah, some spam, some seaweed, some rice, you know what I'm saying? Boom, you have a whole rice bowl right there.
Onigiri, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, we've been eating those a lot, but we don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, the Japanese, y'all know the Japanese buns that get, you know, with all the stuff in it. Come on now. I'm just saying, like, be a little, it's give and take, right? So just, I don't know, contribute more, like, show some gratitude, like, just stop with the entitledness. Like, that's not cute. It's not cool. One of the updates we got was Amy just called me.
Oh.
She saw this post.
Oh.
And she yelled at me for bad-mouthing her on the internet. Honestly, I do not care. Amy, hopefully reading all these comments is a wake-up call for you.
Amy. And I hope you watch this.
Oh, man.
What's the top comment?
Okay, top comment. I found it. Okay, not the asshole, but you totally should have flipped the switch, left your wallet at home, only brought your license, so she had to cover the whole bill, then never taken her out to a restaurant again.
I mean, we know that Amy can't cover no bill. So I mean, I would have still brought my
Yeah.
wallet, but I would have used that excuse. I don't have my
Oh yeah,
wallet
my
here,
bad. Yeah.
you know, just to see how she would react.
But then honestly, her husband would probably be mad at her for doing that.
Yeah, there's layers to it, but I think she did the right thing.
Yeah, that was the perfect Uno
Yeah.
reverse in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Y'all, listen, like, even if, like, I've been seeing TikToks, like, oh, this guy, you know, asked me on a date, you know, picks me up, blah, 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 but
Yeah.
doesn't cover the bill. Never going out on a second date with him. And okay, you know, by all means, you don't have to go on a second date with him, but just ensuring that you have money to cover your bill.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Don't go out. Yeah. Don't, like, that's the whole thing. Like, don't go with the expectation that someone else is gonna, like, I got you. Like, if you don't got you, don't go.
Don't go.
Straight up. Like,
I mean, do you like, I mean, I know on our first date I covered it, but like, let's say I didn't cover it.
I was good. I brought, like,
but would you look at me differently?
Yeah, because you asked me.
So if it was like a mutual thing, like,
then we could go 50-50. Yeah. But you asked me, meaning in just the way that I interpret it. I don't think that everyone feels the same way, but because you asked me, and you extended that invite, I assume that you would, you know,
cover the bill. Yeah.
However, I ordered an appetizer, I ordered an entree, I ordered dessert, I ordered a drink, I ordered a soda. I ordered everything that I wanted, and regardless of whether you did or not, like, I was good. Like, I'm not gonna just...
Girls don't feel like that though, you know?
And that's, I mean, and this is why there are a lot of problems. You know, I'm not saying it's just on the women. The TikToks I be seeing with these dudes being like, you know, like, so you coming home with me? When they have like the portable paying device, the POS device to like tap their card or whatever, they'll be talking to the girl and they'll be like, so you coming home with me? And it's on TikTok. And the girl will be like, I don't know, this is our first date. Like, all right, separate checks.
Oh god.
And like, there's so many videos of that on TikTok. So it's like, it's not just, oh, it's all the girls, it's also the dudes too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Paying is so sticky, especially when it comes to like you getting to know the person. I mean, like, there are people like, you know, like myself, you know, the first couple of dates, or just like, you know, I just always, not entitled, but I just always felt like I had to, and I wanted to, you know. I wasn't like, oh, going on a date with her, I gotta cover it.
But in cases it's most typical that you would, right?
But like now, us being like 3 years in deep, like it's been like fair, like equal, 50-50. And like, you know, we've been hearing like we went to a renewal this weekend.
Vow renewal.
Yeah.
Celebrating a decade.
And like the minister was saying, I don't know if you want to reiterate, because you're always good at like reiterating.
No, you got it.
No, you say it, because I'm always like, I hate that.
You're flowing, baby, go.
No. You say, because she always says it correct, or I'll say it fine, and then she will like always add on. So you might as well just
I'm gonna add. You go.
He was saying that both people in the relationship should equally give each other love, whatever it is, and once one person becomes like just the receiver, there tends to be an imbalance. So just keep giving to your partner without having
expectations.
Exactly, to you know, oh, if I give to you, I expect you to give back to me, right? So our relationship is just like 50-50. We don't expect anything back in return. And I just think that's how it should always be. If homeboy pays or homegirl pays like for the first couple of dates, like, yo, like, I got you, I got this bill this next time around, you know. So,
and then I think it's good for like the person who is receiving, like, let's just say, okay, for example, Dee and I, we go on our first couple dates, you paid for them, right?
Yeah.
But it's like after a while, like, I feel like you don't have to just take you on a date to reciprocate that. Like, there are other little things that you can do on the receiving end that's not the pursuer, right? So for example, like, we would go and get smoothies and get you smoothie, you know, like whatever, little snacks, right? I'd actually make you dinner instead of like, you know, taking you to a restaurant, right?
Yeah, there are things that you would do, like if, like, whatever, I'm paying for dinners or whatnot, like, I don't know, I would come home to like a really clean space, a really clean house or whatever, like things like that, right? So we change and we evolve every single day. Like my love language a year ago to 2 years ago probably has changed, right? So
and mine has too.
Yeah.
So, or I feel like we've both expanded.
No, for sure.
And grown together.
For sure.
Which is like pretty beautiful.
Yeah. It's important to have a balance, you know, if it's just, you know, you paying for one dinner and then, you know, the other dinner that, you know, needs to be covered, you pay for. So.
Yeah. Or like, again, touching on like love languages, like those acts of service, like whatever it is, like quality time, or I don't know, like
just keep giving to your partner.
Yeah,
don't ever stop giving.
And like the second one stops giving, just to reiterate Dee's point, is like when there's a deficit. You know, because then it's like one side's lacking. But if you just keep giving to just look out for your partner, then they're automatically gonna keep giving back to you too. It's just like a cycle. So
our back door is open, so
but yeah,
that's crazy. We just like went from speaking about homegirl bringing homegirl's wallet to the restaurant to like love languages. It's crazy how like just like conversation, and this is how our combos flow. Oh, when we drink wine, y'all, the combos are crazy. Aliens and whatnot.
Conspiracy theories and just all kinds of stuff.
I love conversations with you. I love these sit down videos with you because it's I feel like it's like a therapy session. Like y'all are our therapist, kind of. And we're just flowing.
Thank you for tuning in. We're so happy that you've made it to the end of this video. If you haven't checked out our most recent videos, please feel free to just, you know, snoop around the channel, see what else we've got going on, because we've been pumping out some fire content. And shout out to Dee for the beautiful editing. She does such a beautiful job, y'all, and I know it is a joy to watch for those who are really sitting there and taking it in. It's very beautifully done, and I can't thank you enough for capturing our lives so beautifully. You know, it's already what we're doing, but you capture it in a way, and presenting it in this way for all of us to share is like really special. So we love y'all. See you in the next video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, drink your water, and
make sure you have your wallet. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.